Mr. Chairman, I am pleased to yield 2 minutes of time to the gentlelady from Missouri, Representative Hartzler.
The gentlelady from Missouri.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in support of H.R. 6094, the Regulatory Relief for Small Businesses, Schools, and Nonprofits Act, a bill I'm proud to co-sponsor. This important bill would provide a measure of relief not only for the thousands of small businesses and charitable institutions that would be negatively impacted by the Department of Labor's overtime rule, but also the countless workers who depend on entry and mid-level employment opportunities. This rule will hurt everyday Americans, raising the cost of living while reducing wages and incomes. Many of the individuals affected by this rule will be forced into part-time employment or be transitioned to jobs with lower hourly wages, no benefits, and no overtime at all. I've heard from a number of people in my district concerned about the impacts this onerous rule will have on them. A bank in my district will have to transition 13 of their salaried tellers on staff to hourly wage workers in order to assume the $129,000 in compliance costs they anticipate from this rule. Schools have expressed concerns that they will be forced to cut staff and limit the educational services and extracurricular activities they provide for our students. I've heard from faith-based and charitable institutions too. These institutions often operate with fixed operating budgets and serve the most vulnerable in our society, yet this rule will impose similar financial and staffing burdens on them. A senior care group in my district, for example, has told me this rule will likely lead to a reduction in hiring, meaning fewer seniors will be able to get care. Mr. Speaker, for the countless families, small businesses, and communities that I serve, I urge my colleagues to vote in favor of this bill and delay this onerous rule. I yield back.
The gentlelady yields back.